So good morning dear students. Today we are going to discuss an interesting case study topic. The topic of today's case study is the effective writing in design documentation. So this will guide the readers how a process can be documented in a proper manner. So what is design documentation? This is a small overview of it. So the design documentation is an aid implementation of the design where the creator or an architect will prepare the document and based on the designs he has made. So here this will support in the successful implementation of the particular design or particular product. So this supports the improvement in business and technical requirements. So it has a requirement specification. This design documentation has a requirement specification where it is consisting of inputs, outputs, processing and constraints. So it is the requirement or the expectations by the user, and it should also give the processing functionality and also the constraints and how it can be done. So it has also screen designs, program designs, modules and algorithms, and finally it is also consisting of a data dictionary and a test plan. So this design documentation helps to explicit or to explain their product in a successful manner. So for doing this design documentation, this instructions plays a vital role in creating it. So this instruction is something, it is a statement or an order or a rule that will support you how to do something, and it is explaining the action or the process, and also it will help you to read the mindset of the audience, to organize the ideas, and also to help you to express your thoughts and views in a simple formation of sentences according to the expectation of the audience. So what are the elements of instructions is it has 4 important things you have to follow. That is the imperative form, and it should always start with an action verb, and it should focus on a single task, and also it should have a correct order of procedure by numbering. So whenever you do a task, it should always be in the logical form, and it should have step by step next processes. So if you reshuffle your steps, it will create a chaos in the assembling or the documentation of that particular process. So you have to follow a step by step correct order of procedure. So you will have a doubt where this design documentation is implemented. So it is a simple thing which we can remember. So when you're writing technical writing, when you're identifying or when you are inventing a new product, and if you are helping audience or helping the customers to use it, you have to support them how it should be assembled or how it should be used. So here design documentation comes into implementation in the form of instructions. So instruction, it is an exemplary writing which is helping everyone across the content areas. So for example, if you are assembling a new piece of equipment or a software, it will help you in this form. For example, if you are purchasing a washing machine, it will help you to assemble in a proper manner. If you are purchasing a mobile phone, it will support you to assemble it in a proper manner. So here this design documentation plays a vital role in the form of instructions. So here are a few examples I have given you. For example, assembling a wheel caster. See how they are given the instructions in 4 points, how it should be removed or how it should be assembled. So likewise, this plays a vital role in the form of giving instructions to the customers or the users. So what is the main role of instruction is that it is supporting the technical communicators with written documents, and it is also a formal document, and this can otherwise be called as manuals. If it is formal, it is called as manuals, and if it is informal, it may be either emails or memos. So it helps in making critical products or procedures and it will help the customer to be user friendly, and it will support in an easy manner of assembling things. So first, the main thing before writing a design documentation is that it should have an idea of analyzing the audience, about the background of the users, and also the skill level. So based on the skill level, you can use your vocabulary and the necessary terms, or how it can be used. So this will support you in writing the instructions in an easy manner. So people will read the instructions in three important ways. One is that before beginning they follow any steps, rules and regulations. They will first go through the instructions and then they'll start assembling things. And the second thing is they will read it step by step and perform it continuously, looking ahead to the next level. And the third one is they will begin a task without reading your instruction or the design documentation, and if they find any difficulties they will go into the instruction manual. So these are the three important things which people follow while dealing with new products, or dealing with new languages, or whatever it is. So there is one fourth point where they are of a different group. So what they will do is they will read and perform each step without looking ahead. Therefore, all instructions would be in a strict chronological order. So if you are writing in a chaos order, it will not support the customers or the reader of that instruction manual in a proper way. That will create a lot of problems in assembling or putting things into together. So here you should follow a proper chronological order. So for this purpose, it is very much useful. This instruction plays a vital role. So you should not forget three important things that you should, while writing your instructions, it should always be with a language of clear and concise, and it should be very much brief. You should not use long or complex sentences which will create so many doubts in the minds of the readers. So this if this is not done in a proper given symbolic or strategic manner, it will create a lot of problems in doing things in a successful manner. So here there is a small case study taken into consideration, and I have taken it as an example. So it has been taken earlier. So before going into the example, you should understand that there are two different kinds of communication which speaks about formal and informal communication. So this formal communication deals with official letters, circulars, notices, leaflets, reports, manuals, bulletins, house journals, etc. And informal is personal letters and personal writings. So here this manual writing or design documentation comes into the formal form of communication. So you can go through this example which I have taken as a case study. So here there is a company called as Sagatic Software, and they had first entered into this office automation process, and in that business they have planned to have high quality and user friendly database for business and industry purposes, and there they create a good excellent software which will support customers and the workers in a successful manner. But they have created it in an excellent manner, and they have got some problem in writing instruction manual. So that is design documentation. So they have done it in a proper manner, but they have done it in a very complicated manner which is not easily understandable by the readers or the users. So the user manual should be done in a very easy form which should be easily understandable by the customers, and it should be created in such a way that the customers will be of different categories and skill sets. So it should be applicable, or it should be understandable by all the cadres. So this was not followed by the company in a successful manner, and unknowing to the owner of the company, he has started marketing his product, and even after the purchasing of the product, everyone was trying to install it, but they couldn't do it in a proper manner because they had lot of confusions and complications while installing the software. So there was a drastic failure in the sales or the marketing of the product, and so again this Sagatic software company has done so many tasks to overcome this problem, and they understood where the problem was, and again they appointed an engineer who can perform this step by step process in a successful manner, and then they have prepared it, and then later they have marketed it in a successful manner. But this has taken 1 year of time, and it has taken up of profit of the company of $350,000. So they have got back its reputation, but they have taken lot of problems. They have overcome lot of problems to reach that level. So can you identify where the problem lies? So here there is a snapshot of the case. So they have user-friendly database, accounting problems for business and industry. A massive manual was created by them. So they wrote that manual in a complicated manner, which is difficult to understand, and the sales of the new word processing program was stopped because of these complications. So later they appointed a clearly written training guide. Then they have written the step by step process and the commands, which will be easily understandable by the customers. So here this written communication comes into effect, and it plays a vital role in writing this design documentation or the manual in a successful manner. So where this written communication has taken its position is that they have it should be concise, informative and easy to read, and it should be an instructional tool, which they failed to follow in the previous or the prior stage. So here these manuals and materials that companies publish each day should be taken utmost care. So what is the process specification that has taken it is what the system must be able to do, and it should provide the required details of the functionality, and it can be clarified or explained through various techniques like flowcharts, structured diagrams, pseudocode or structured English. So it should provide a logical design for computer algorithm, and it can be explained in a step-by-step logical processes, and no specific language is required. So the diagrammatic representation can even easily make the customers understand the concept in a clear manner. Here the process specification is clearly explained by how it can be done and what is the main thing which should be done, and it can be clarified with flowchart, structured diagrams or a proper language. So the next thing comes into effect is the data dictionary, where the tough words can be given with all kind of explanations, which can be used by the customers, those who are unable to understand the technical words in a proper manner. So this will help them to remember things in a better manner, or to identify things in a better manner. So how to improve design documentation through writing skills. So this is the most important thing. So how can you improve your design documentation? So the main drawback is that the design engineer was unable to express his thoughts and views in the proper instructional format. So there was a lack in the lack or setback in the sales of that particular product. So how this can be done is you have to have a small segregation of things which you have to do. That if you have to reach your 100%, you have to put your 15% thinking, 10% planning and draft, 25% of writing draft, and 5% of proofreading, and 45% of revising. So here most of the importance is given in the concept of revising things. So this will help you to give a complete proper instruction. So what is the process of design documentation is pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing and publishing, which will go for pre-writing. So this is a cyclic process. So if you couldn't reach your manual to a successful one, you have to redo this process continuously to attain a proper position. So this is the main process of design documentation. So what is the solution for this is this communication, written communication is the main solution for this. So whenever you write, your sentences should be clear, correct, simple and easy. It should have a sound knowledge of the subject you're going to deal with. It should have a careful correctness of the information. It should have sound knowledge of language and also with good grammatical and spelling knowledge. And the main thing is promptness of what you're going to do and what is the requirement of the customer. So you have to put all the efforts in all these points, which will give you a proper solution. So when you're writing this, you have to have all these 5 to 6 points in your remembrance. That is, first think of your audience and then you have to start writing your instruction, which will give answers for all the questions in the minds of the audience. Then you have to always start with an introduction. Just like that, you can't start an instruction or a manual. It should always have a proper introduction. And you have to use a clear and effective visual hierarchy. So whenever they start reading your instruction, it should be easily visible to the customers, where they can see what is going to happen while reading your statements. So it should be visually understandable to the customers. You should not skip steps just because they seem obvious. You could find that few steps are obvious because people, they know it, but you know it, but the thing is, the people may not know it. So here you have to avoid doing skipping steps. Then you have to conclude with a summary or description, and it should be very much clearly understandable by the audience. So here this language plays an important role. So here language is the most sensitive aspect in customers' experience, and this will help you to design one template for multiple languages. So the same template will be put forth in different languages, which can be used by all the people in the world. And you can give responses by speaking their language. And the main thing is, you have to follow customer communication strategy in your own organization, and you can try going for digital communication processes, where this thing can be done even in the form of digital documentation process, not only in the form of paper or pen process or in the form of manual. It can also be done digitally, which can support in an easy manner. So what is the outcome is that two important outcomes we can reach. One is the efficiency of creating document templates, which will create impact on your great business. And the second thing is, it helps you to save time and money, focusing on the right concepts to make a right document and to be more efficient. So this is the main outcome. So here language helps you to attain this goal in a successful manner. And when you take that case, they took 1 year to recover from that particular crisis. So if they would have done it in the proper time, in a proper manner, they would have got the profit in that particular period of time. They could have reached great heights. So it took 1 year for them to recover from that process. So here time consumption, money consumption, and the growth of the company plays a vital role. If you lack in this effective communication or documentation process, you will lack in all these developments. If you do it in a proper manner, you will succeed in a easy way. So thank you, students.